Hello friends, we are in our final days of 2022, which means it's time for my annual Year in Review video. I kicked off the new year with a work trip to St. Pete Beach, Florida to film at a Better at Beach beach volleyball camp. It was tiring, but a lot of fun, and I even got to see my dad and stepmom who came through town on their way to their winter condo. I settled back into California life in February and ran the Redondo Beach Super Bowl 5K again this year. It was also this month that I got the jarring news that I had superficial skin cancer on my face. I got Mohs surgery to remove it, but here are some random clips of me shot by my friend Colin because, trust me, you don't want to see it. March was a fairly uneventful month, so we'll just skip right on to April. And it was anything but uneventful because I hit the road for my month-long workation in Austin, Texas. As I'm self-employed, I can work from anywhere, and the stars aligned with me finding a free place to stay while I was there. I had also become friends with some beach volleyball ladies I met at camp who lived in Austin, so it was nice I had people I already knew living there. My friend Dave drove out there with me, and we hit a couple sites along the way with stops in Tucson, Yuma, and Tombstone, Arizona, where I saw my first burro race and quickly added it to my bucket list. Then we went on to New Mexico, where we spent time exploring White Sands National Park. We also stopped at Carlsbad Caverns National Park, which was breathtaking and awe-inspiring. The depth and expansiveness of the caves are something you just can't capture on video, so I highly recommend visiting. Dave spent a couple days exploring Austin with me, including a visit to Jester King Brewery in Hill Country, where we got to do a goat walk while sampling delicious beer and got to spend as much time with baby goats as we wanted. Being around baby goats is pure joy, and I loved every minute of it. Dave flew back to LA, so I was on my own, and I can't even begin to tell you how much I enjoyed my month in Austin. It's such a fun, active, and artsy city. I did a lot of walking, hiking, exploring, bike riding, boating, kayaking, and of course, played a lot of beach volleyball with my now dear friends Jodis and Kelly. I also can't leave out the copious amounts of barbecue I ate while I was there. The food and drink scene in Austin is top notch. I spent my final week in Austin filming the first event of the AVP season. It was 100 degrees and humid both days I filmed, and myself and my camera practically melted. When I got back to LA, I started working with a business coach to help me grow my video production company. I redesigned my website, learned about sales strategies, and I focused on a success mindset. In June, I drove up to Sacramento to meet up with my college friends Mila, Sandy, and Carrie. We all live in different parts of the US, so it was fun to hang out with them. Although years have gone by, it also feels like no time has passed either. For the rest of June and July, I just enjoyed the summer training in beach volleyball, working out, pet sitting, and doing some more filming at AVP Hermosa Beach. In early August, I took a trip to Kelowna, British Columbia to stay with another friend who I met through beach volleyball, Jessica. She showed me around town while we did some hiking, kayaking, played beach volleyball, of course, and went wine tasting. We also took a side trip to the resort town of Revelstoke, where we rode a mountain roller coaster and took in some views of the Canadian Rockies. In September, I traded my flip-flops for tap shoes and tried my very first tap dancing class ever. I found, and still find it incredibly challenging, but I'm really enjoying it. As the fall and my birthday approached, I started to feel this deep craving for coziness and wanting to just settle in for the last few months of the year. I tried my best to recreate a Midwest fall by visiting apple orchards in Yucaipa, which is about an hour outside of LA. But sadly, we were almost completely fogged in. Luckily, the apple pie and cider we ate and drank was still delicious. I did have one more work trip to fit in before the year's end, and that was heading back to St. Pete Beach, Florida to film another camp. Back in the oh-so-frigid 60-degree weather of Southern California, I filmed one last AVP in Huntington Beach in November and enjoyed a chill Thanksgiving with my friend Dave. As this year comes to a close, I'm reflecting on my theme year, which in 2022 was peace. I don't necessarily think you find peace as if it were missing, but a practice of using the mental tools you know that bring peace into your life, whether in good or bad times. Thank you to everyone who played a big or small part of my 2022, and I wish you a happy, safe, and prosperous 2023.